What's up guys, Earl here, Tech, and as you may know, Huawei has decided to spice up its flagship P series smartphones by adding a third member, the P40 Pro Plus. During its launch event, Huawei hyped up the P40 Pro Plus with its amazing cameras, especially boasting its periscope lens that's capable of up to 100 times zoom. Meanwhile, the Galaxy S20 Ultra was globally launched last February and also has the same 100 times zoom feature. As such, we're going to be comparing the P40 Pro Plus with the top-of-the-line smartphone from Samsung's S20 series, the S20 Ultra. So between the two, which one is better at what? Let's find out. So looking at the design, the Huawei P40 Pro Plus honestly looks the same as the regular Pro version. It has a nanotech ceramic back and comes in two colors, white ceramic and black ceramic. On the other corner, the Galaxy S20 Ultra has curved corners as opposed to boxier shape of the Galaxy Note 10 series. The S20 Ultra is available in two colors, Cosmic Black and Cosmic Gray. Both flagships are IP68 certified, meaning they are dust and water resistant. They can also be fingerprint and smudge magnets, so we highly suggest using a case. At the back of both of these devices are their protruding camera modules. That's a rectangular pentacamera setup for the P40 Pro Plus and a quad camera setup for the Galaxy S20 Ultra, housed in a compact bump on the back. Moving to their fronts, the P40 Pro Plus gets a 6.58-inch Flex OLED quad curve overflow display and an elliptical cutout notch for the front camera. On the other hand, the Galaxy S20 Ultra has a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED screen with a punch hole in the upper middle that also houses its front camera. For buttons and ports, on the right you'll find both of their volume and power buttons, while located at the bottom are their USB Type-C port, main microphone, and downward firing speaker. You'll also find here the P40 Pro Plus SIM tray that can accommodate 2 nano SIM cards, or a single SIM card and a Huawei Nano memory card. Both devices do not support 3.5mm headphone jack, so keep that in mind. On top of these devices are their secondary noise cancelling microphones and hybrid SIM card tray for the Galaxy S20 Ultra that can accommodate either 2 nano sized SIM cards plus a micro SD card up to 1TB. Overall, both are elegant looking phones with their own sleek edge. Personally, for a premium looking device, I'm leaning more towards the P40 Pro Plus. And for functionality, the Galaxy S20 Ultra, since it is a bigger display and well, it's Samsung. But then again, people have different perspectives when it comes to design, so it is really up to you which you prefer. Now, focusing on display, the Galaxy S20 Ultra trumps the P40 Pro Plus with its massive 6.9-inch AMOLED screen. Users are also given a chance between a higher fidelity Quad HD Plus resolution or a buttery smooth animation with its 120Hz refresh rate when running at Full HD Plus resolution. That being said, the P40 Pro Plus display is excellent, measuring at 6.58 inches with Full HD Plus OLED panel running at 90Hz refresh rate. Both phones have great outdoor visibility, although the P40 Pro Plus can get significantly brighter. And since both of these devices have a 1080p resolution, they are sharp as well. Well, of course, we get a more immersive experience with the S20 Ultra since it has a bigger display for a better viewing experience. Now, testing out the audio, neither of these devices has a 3.5mm headphone jack. Samsung's Galaxy S20 Ultra uses the earpiece as a secondary speaker, and even at maximum volume, sound output is clear and loud thanks to Dolby Atmos, and it's enough to fill the room and still maintain excellent stereo separation to the point that if you place the phone in front of you, you can hear the left and the right speakers separately. Huawei only uses its downward firing speakers, and this makes a world of difference between the two, despite the latter also having a good sound quality from that particular speaker. Moving on to performance, software-wise, both run on Android 10 out of the box, skinned with their own launchers. That's EMUI 10.1 for Huawei and One UI 2.0 for Samsung. As we all know, Huawei doesn't support Google services anymore. Instead, we are left with apps that aren't as stable or simply don't offer the same features and functionality that we have been accustomed with Android. But most of us, One UI over EMUI. Well, it is still up to you what you prefer because we all have different tastes when it comes to UIs. Checking out hardware, the P40 Pro Plus is equipped with high silicone Kirin 995G CPU, Mali G76 GPU, 8GB of RAM, and up to 512GB of internal storage. While the Galaxy S20 Ultra that we have runs on the Exynos 990, Mali G77 MP11 GPU with 512 or with up to 16GB of RAM and 1TB of internal storage. It is also notable that both of these devices have 5G support, so if you are in a compatible area, you can take advantage of that. Both devices also provide outstanding performance, but for gaming such as PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, Asphalt 9, and Mobile Legends, at high settings, the S20 Ultra takes the cake here as the 120Hz screen provides a smoother gaming experience. Also, some games are better optimized for the Galaxy S20, with Asphalt 9 in particular churning at 60 frames per second as compared to the P40 Pro Plus. If you're interested for the benchmark scores, flashing it on screen right now. As you can see, the P40 Pro Plus is better than the Galaxy S20 Ultra in benchmark test, but these scores don't really define how these phones perform during real usage. Well, you can already expect top-notch performance with both devices. Everything is just smooth and snappy, and it can also take on demanding tasks such as gaming and photography and videography. For biometrics and security, both of these devices can be unlocked via the in-display fingerprint scanner, but using different technologies. Huawei uses an elliptical scanner, which means it uses a camera to take a picture of your fingerprint, while Samsung uses ultrasonic technology, which doesn't need a light to flash. It is technically more accurate since it measures depth. Also, both of these devices have facial recognition that works fairly accurate and has a quick response rate. Now, checking out battery, the Galaxy S20 Ultra comes in a larger 5000 mAh battery cell with support for 45W wired fast charging and 12W wireless charging. Meanwhile, the P40 Pro Plus comes with a lower 4200 mAh battery cell with 40W fast charging support for both wired and wireless. In our standard video loop test, the P40 Pro Plus got a total of 10 hours and 37 minutes, while the S20 Ultra scored 11 hours and 55 minutes. They're both power-consuming beasts in a good way, so both of these devices won't last you a whole day if you're a power user. As we always say, it depends on how you use your phone. Thankfully, both are equipped with their respective fast charging technology, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Diving into cameras, these flagship smartphones have amazing camera setups with different strengths. At the back, the penta-rear camera setup on the P40 Pro Plus includes a 50MP primary camera, 40MP ultra-wide, 8MP super zoom periscope with 10x optical zoom, and 8MP telephoto lens. Lastly, there is a 3D depth sensing camera also included in this setup. On the other hand, the Galaxy S20 Ultra has a quad rear camera setup that includes a 108MP primary sensor along with 48MP telephoto camera and a 12MP wide camera. The periscope lens and the setup allows a super zoom resolution of up to 110x also, and there is a depth sensor on board as well. On their notches, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra sports a 40MP selfie camera, while the Huawei P40 Pro Plus has a 32MP front-facing camera with time-of-flight sensor. Now, taking a look at these camera shots using both phones' primary rear cameras, you'll immediately notice that the P40 Pro Plus shot has more aggressive boosting on the brightness and saturation, while images on the S20 Ultra comes out blurred even with steady hands. Now, taking a look at these fresh dragon fruit, Samsung gets the true color, while Huawei is still more clear and details are visible as you can see through its seeds. Here's a picture of a cat, and again, Samsung looks true to its color, but when it comes to details, it is kinda struggling. Also, look at how detailed the cat hair is on the P40 Pro Plus. For the ultra-wide shots, Samsung's ultra-wide lens delivers on its promise and color seems to be vibrant. Looking at the P40 Pro Plus, details are sharp again, but it tends to overexpose the picture. Now checking out the 100 times zoom capabilities of both of these phones, as you can see from the samples, both devices are very good at 1 times and 100 times zoom. But the P40 Pro Plus clearly isn't perfect, but it is definitely sharper, with text and details appearing more legible than the S20 Ultra. The P40 Pro Plus definitely produces starker images though. For portraits, both phones offers a good bokeh effect, background separation is good as well, but the P40 Pro Plus gives more than the S20 Ultra. Looking at AJ's hair and the white part in her shirt, it looks more vibrant, but still, the S20 Ultra looks more natural. Now checking out selfies, the S20 Ultra and the P40 Pro Plus gets the color as vibrant as it gets. But when it comes to the details under good lighting conditions, the P40 Pro Plus gives more sharpness and clarity, while the S20 Ultra gives a little more natural look. And when their beauty modes are turned on, still the P40 Pro Plus is the winner here as it is more sharp in detail. Now when we use night mode on both of these devices, the Galaxy S20 Ultra does actually do a pretty good job. As you can see, the glare in the P40 Pro Plus comes red, but I can't really deny that both these devices are doing really good with the night mode. Here's a pitch black setting, and as you can see, images from the P40 Pro Plus becomes yellowish while the S20 Ultra turns out to be great. When it comes to video recording, Samsung can shoot up to 8K at 24 frames per second, while the P40 Pro Plus can shoot 4K at 60 frames per second. And when it comes to stabilization, both cameras are stabilized. Still, somehow, Samsung struggles to focus, but still it produces great colors. So for cameras, both of these phones put great emphasis on camera performance. So which one is better? I would say the P40 Pro Plus. It is because it takes more true to life pictures, more detailed, and they turn out less processed unlike the S20 Ultra. Now, before we conclude this video, let's talk about price. The Huawei P40 Pro Plus is priced at 69,990 pesos for the 8GB of RAM plus 512GB of internal storage. On the other hand, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra will set you back at 69,990 pesos for the 12GB of RAM plus 128GB of internal storage. These devices are without a doubt top of the line smartphones. They both offer amazing displays with fast refresh rates, the best chips to date, amazing cameras, large batteries, and the best fast charging technologies that their companies have to offer. But overall, for me, Samsung still gets the crown for this comparison. Because of the lack of Google Play services on the P40 Pro Plus, you are kinda limited on something you owned. Well, App Gallery is good, but there are still currently a lot of apps missing, and not a single Google app is available at the moment. Yeah, there are ways to sideload them, but make sure to be ready for some conflicts in the future, and that is something you should note before you proceed. So if you're into camera versatility and you can live without Google services, then the P40 Pro Plus might be a better choice. However, if the display quality and GMS matter more to you, then the Galaxy S20 Ultra will be a better choice. Which one do you prefer? The Huawei P40 Pro Plus or the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon to miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Harel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.